Hey y'all, I'm Mandy and this is Mandy in the Making. Welcome back to my channel and welcome back to another What's for Dinner. Okay, so I have 3 easy and delicious meals planned for you for this week. The first meal that you're gonna see, we cooked several days ago. It was this past weekend. It was a gorgeous day and we just wanted to grill out some steaks. We had some steaks from our butcher box that we love so much. This video is not sponsored, but we're still eating all the meat from that box and we love it. So I'm gonna go back in time and show you, I think it was Saturday night when we grilled out these steaks. Stephen made a really great marinade, and I'm gonna go ahead and just tell you, the marinade was like a brown color, like a not pleasant brown color. So it doesn't look very appetizing, the steaks in the marinade, but y'all, these are some of the best steaks we've ever had. So let's go back to that night and I'll show you. Okay, so we're gonna get started. Stephen said he wants me to talk. So I've got the microphone on, but he is going to blend up all of these ingredients for the marinade in our blender. So let's go. Okay, he's got 1/3 cup of lemon juice. You can use fresh, but we just had like bottled lemon juice on hand. 1/2 cup of olive oil. 1/3 cup of soy sauce. 1/4 cup of the Dove sauce, Worcestershire. 3 pretty large cloves of garlic, minced. 3 tablespoons of dried basil. 1.5 tablespoons of dried parsley. Okay, now this is going over here and we're gonna blend all of that together. And y'all know he had to add some hot sauce. He said he's gonna put in like 1/4 teaspoon. All right, I told him not to go too hot. And these are from our butcher box. I got 2 New York strips here, these 2, yep. And then 2 ribeyes here.
So you want to marinate these for as long as you can, probably 8 hours for the best results, but we're only going to do about 4 hours tonight, something like that. He's
just adding some black pepper on top. And now for the good stuff. Not the prettiest color in the world, I have to admit. Ooh, that does smell good. So we've got these covered and they are gonna go in the fridge for about 4 hours. Okay, so these have been in the refrigerator for several hours. We're taking them out now to kind of let them come more to room temperature before we put them on the grill. You don't want to put really cold meat on the grill. It will make it a lot tougher. I'm also gonna be making some mashed potatoes in the Instant Pot. I'm using my steamer basket just to make it a little bit easier, but I'm not gonna start them quite yet because we have a little bit longer before we put the meat on the grill. Okay, so I had to make an adjustment for my mashed potatoes. I had to make them over here in this bowl because I could not make them in here. Y'all, I got my first ever burn notice today, and I did a little research once I found out that I had a burn notice, and I found out it was because you see how that ring is coming off yet again. The ring was not secure, so it was letting a lot of the steam out, so we got the burn notice. But I was able to fix it. Everything's okay. We salvaged it. I just could not make my mashed potatoes in here because of that. But they still came out nice and creamy.
Ready for some steak and potatoes?
Ready.
All right, let's do it.
So while he cuts into that, this is just a little pre-made salad that I got from Walmart. It's the kale pecan berry salad with Dijon dressing, I think. Ooh, look at that. That's perfectly cooked, babe.
It's good and medium. You know what you're doing. Wow, that is good. That marinade is incredible. You have got to try this.
I'm very intrigued by this marinade because it had lemon juice in it, which I thought was very interesting. So Stephen and I are eating the New York strip, and then Cole has the ribeye over there.
The lemon juice, I mean, you don't really get a lot of the lemon juice.
Right.
Because of all of those other bold flavors in there. I mean, you just get a little pop, just enough to make a difference.
That's so interesting.
All of those seasonings in there are just so good, and the flavor is just pronounced. I mean, you're gonna get it. It's not bland whatsoever. It's just tons of flavor.
All right, let's give this a try. So Cole always gets A1. Always, always, always. Every time we have steak. And what did you just say?
It doesn't need A1.
It doesn't need A1. He is correct. It is so good. That flavor of the marinade is phenomenal. I added some Parmesan cheese to our mashed potatoes, and that's good. And this salad is really good. I love that dressing. Definitely gonna get that again. It's just the, it's the market, whatever the kind that Walmart carries. It's the Walmart brand. The kale and pecan berry, I think is what it's called. Okay, y'all, it is our second meal of the week, and I'm super excited about this one because it's in the Instant Pot. I'm definitely getting a little more bold when it comes to cooking with my Instant Pot. There is a version of this that you don't have to use the Instant Pot, so if you don't have one, you can still make this. This is Instant Pot garlic lemon chicken. I'm gonna be using chicken thighs with this one. And then I'm also gonna make a side of my mama's brown rice. I say it's my mama's brown rice, but it was really her mama's brown rice. It's been in my family for a minute. I've shown it before. It is so easy. Let me flip you around and show you. So this is everything you need for the brown rice. Obviously we're using white rice, but it turns brown when you cook it in French onion soup and beef consomme. If you can't find beef consomme, you can use beef broth, but I'm just gonna get a cup of rice. I'm gonna rinse it, put it in here, pour these two in there, cover it with aluminum foil, and put it in the oven at 350 for 50 to 60 minutes. That's it. Okay, I've got a couple of pounds of chicken thighs here. These are boneless, skinless chicken thighs. I'm going to season these, but first I'm gonna go ahead and turn on my Instant Pot to the saute function and get it heating up. I'm gonna add some salt and pepper to both sides. I've also got a half a teaspoon of smoked paprika, garlic powder, and almost a half a teaspoon of red pepper flakes. I'm just gonna mix these together. And we're gonna season the chicken with this as well. So let's put some olive oil in the bottom here. And let's put our chicken down in there. We're gonna have to work in batches. Not all of this will go down in the bottom of the pot at the same time. You notice that's not me standing there. I don't like to do that part. Okay, so we're just gonna let them cook for 2 to 3 minutes on each side, just to brown it up a bit, and then we'll remove those out and set those on a plate and then cook these last 3. I've got 3 tablespoons of butter I'm gonna add into the bottom of our pot. That's still melting, but I'm gonna go ahead and add in half of a small onion that I've already chopped. We're gonna saute that. We're gonna deglaze the pan here in just a second. I'll scrape up the bottom as much as I can. I've also got 4 cloves of garlic that I've already minced. Now let's add in the juice of 1 lemon. We're gonna let this cook for about a minute. Oh yeah, that citrus got it off the bottom. You see that? Mm-hmm. It did good. Okay. Okay, now I'm gonna add in a couple of teaspoons of Italian seasoning. I've got the zest of half of my lemon. That's not coming out. There we go. And 1/3 cup of low sodium chicken broth. Now I'm gonna add my chicken back in. Okay, I'm gonna turn this off. Now I'm gonna hit pressure cook, and we're pressure cooking it for 7 minutes. Okay, so it has been the 7 minutes, and then I let it naturally release for just a couple of minutes. Now I'm going to do my least favorite task. We're gonna be creating a slurry to thicken up the sauce. I'm gonna remove our chicken. I'm gonna turn this off and turn it back to saute. Now in here, we're gonna add a couple of tablespoons of heavy whipping cream. I'm gonna stir this around, and in just a minute after this heats up really well, I'm gonna add in that cornstarch slurry to try and thicken it up just a little bit. Now that it has come up to a boil, I'm gonna add in our cornstarch. Not a lot. So let's stir that around. All right, y'all, so now I'm just gonna slide our chicken back in. Stir it around, get it coated. Okay, let's eat.
Yes, ma'am. Smells delicious.
It does smell delicious.
Some high-powered flavors in that. I see all of those seasonings you put in there. I guess it's like an Italian seasoning blend?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's amazing. Definitely get the lemon flavor. The chicken is tender because you use thighs.
Mm-hmm.
So there's that rich, dark meat flavor of the chicken. A little bit of kick from the red pepper flake. And then of course you get the Italian seasonings in there and everything. But that lemon, that sort of creamy, lemony sauce and everything is just incredible. Definitely get the garlic, a lot of rich flavor in there.
Awesome.
And then you paired this with the rice, which was great. I like it on top of the rice.
Yeah.
So you got the onion saltiness of the onion soup mix and whatever that is. Yeah.
Awesome.
It's really good.
So it's a good combo, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Cole can't be bothered over there. He's chowing down. Okay, I'm gonna give it a shot. I'm excited. Another successful meal in the Instant Pot. Lou. Gracie Lou. This may be one of my favorite meals. Just the way that brown rice tastes with the chicken and the sauce. This may be one of my new favorites.
I mean, this is something that I would definitely get at a restaurant.
Yeah, absolutely.
For sure.
Cole said better than. Check out his plate.
Can't hardly believe this came out of an Instant Pot.
I know, right? Y'all must make this. Okay, it is our third meal of the week, and y'all know what that means. It is Subbie supper night. I've had a lot of new people to my channel lately, so just let me explain really quickly what Subbie Supper is. Subbie stands for subscriber, and that's where you guys, my subscribers, send in one of your family favorite recipes. I take a look at those recipes, I find one that I think our family would enjoy as well. We cook it, we do a taste test, and not only do we do all of that, but we share a little bit about that subscriber, which is what I'm about to do now. This week's Subbie Supper comes from Kayla. She was born and raised in Northeast Arkansas. She said she loves the spirit of her small community in her hometown, so she's still there. She was in elementary education for 23 years, and now she has transitioned over to being an elementary media specialist librarian, and she loves it. She says she considers herself one of the most lucky people ever because she gets to spend each day with 275 second through fourth graders. Kayla sent over this recipe. I'm really excited to give it a try. She said her and her boyfriend love to try new recipes and cook different things, so this is one of their favorites. It is creamy tomato bacon soup. I love tomato soup, especially with a grilled cheese, and that's what she said she suggests serving this with, so I'm gonna make grilled cheese to go along with it. But tomato soup with bacon, though, right up our alley. Thank you, Kayla, for sending this over. Let's get started. Okay, so I just need to chop up some veggies really quickly. I am halving the recipe. The recipe that she sent is quite large, and I could go ahead and freeze the other half, but I'm just gonna make half this time. I need 4 cloves of garlic, and I'm gonna go ahead and peel these and mince these. Okay, so I've got 1 carrot that I've chopped, 1 stalk of celery, and then a half of a really small onion. I'm gonna save this other half. And then I've got my minced garlic. Let's head over to the stove. Okay, so I'm over here at the stove. I've got my small Dutch oven. So I have a larger one, and this small one I hardly ever use, but since we are cutting this in half, I figured this would be a good time to use it. So the original recipe calls for 6 strips of bacon. I had like 3.5 left in this pack, so I'm just gonna use all of it. So I'm gonna cut these up into bite-sized pieces, and we're just gonna brown the bacon, cook it completely through. Okay, so this bacon is completely cooked. I'm gonna remove half of the bacon and just set it to the side. And we're gonna leave the grease in here, and we're gonna be sauteing our vegetables in the bacon fat. Okay, we're just gonna saute these for just a few minutes just to get them really soft. Okay, these have softened up. Now we're gonna add in a half a stick of butter, so 4 tablespoons of butter. And I'm gonna let that start to melt. And I'm gonna add in 1/3 cup of flour. Okay, I'm gonna combine all of this, and we're gonna let this cook for like 6 minutes or so. So I've still got just a couple of minutes. I'm gonna go ahead and add in our garlic now, just so that it will really flavor this really well.
Someone said garlic? You said garlic.
I did say garlic.
Ooh, look at that. It's like a cauldron of love.
You're so silly. Okay, this has been cooking for like 6 minutes now. We're gonna add in 4 cups of chicken broth. So basically this entire thing. I'm gonna turn it up to medium-high. I've been doing all of that on medium. I'm gonna turn it to medium-high. Let's add in our chicken broth. I also have a 28-ounce can of petite diced tomatoes. She didn't say they had to be petite, but I just chose to get those. And now I'm gonna add in our spices. I have a teaspoon of salt, a half a teaspoon of thyme, a half a teaspoon of pepper, and then 1 bay leaf. Okay, so I've got this on medium-high. I'm gonna let it cook for 30 minutes, and then we will have just a couple more steps and it'll be time to eat. But in the meantime, I'm gonna make us some mean grilled cheese sandwiches. So I just turned this off. It's been about 30 minutes. I'm gonna remove it from the heat. I'm going to get the bay leaf out of there. Now, fun part. I had to get an immersion blender. I've been wanting one and I haven't had one, but this recipe needed it. So I'm kind of scared of it because I've never used it, Okay, so I know I'm supposed to put it into the liquid first. I've got it set to 1. And we're just going to blend this. Ooh, I'm scared.
Go for it. You got it, I
Oh, okay, so I have to hold the button. Okay, that's good to know. Whoa.
Don't pull it out.
Yep. So I guess you could just do this for as much as you want. So I'm gonna get it pretty creamy. Now we're just gonna stir in a cup of heavy cream. That's where the good creaminess comes in.
Now, do you immersion blend that in there?
No, I don't think so. Just stir this in. Ooh, look at that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness.
That is a flavor factory right there. Mmm. Man, that is so rich and creamy. That's amazing. That is amazing. That's like tomato soup out of this world.
So it smells absolutely amazing.
It tastes absolutely incredible.
Yay. So best tomato soup you've ever had, right? I don't think I've ever seen you have this type of reaction to a tomato soup is why I say that. Yeah.
I mean, this is nothing like tomato soup. This is like otherworldly type stuff. Like.
Well, Kayla, thank you so much for this recipe. This is perfect. Full disclosure, we are having this for lunch today. I know this is in a what's for dinner. This would be a great lunch option. That's what it is for us today. Let me give this a try. Oh my goodness. This is amazing. What are you two talking about? So Cole is not a tomato soup fan. He tried it. He said, what did you say? You said it was the best tomato soup you've ever tried, but you still are just not a fan of tomato soup. Okay, so he didn't have it. He just wanted the grilled cheese. But I've already taken several bites. This is definitely the best tomato soup I've ever had. Oh my goodness, you need to make this. That wraps up this week's What's for Dinner. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up if you did. That really does help out my channel. And if you haven't already, I would love for you to join my YouTube family. Hit that red subscribe button below before you leave. Thanks, y'all. I hope you have a great weekend. Welcome to what it's like to be me.
You must be blessed. Put it in there.
Okay.
Go.
I'm scared it's popping. Okay. I'm scared. Ooh, okay, sorry, I'm nervous.
Look at you go, babe.
Get it, girl, get it.
Nah, I got you.